Hello, it's Claire here from Turning Point Tuition and Clear with Claire. This EFT tapping video is about, or for, those of you that have a tendency to rush through your paper and might be losing marks as a result. If you are not aiming for top grades in your GCSE, this is especially relevant for you. However, it may also support you if you are going for the highest grade available for you on whichever paper it is that you're doing. If you've never tapped before, it's easy. You can check out the link below to give you some brief information, or you can just go for it and do what I do and say what I say. I do ask that you take full responsibility for your own health and well-being if you choose to tap along with me. Ready? Even though I'm sometimes going really fast through the exam questions, I'm open to the possibility that maybe this isn't working for me. And even though I'm being told that I need to make the best use of the time I have, it's possible I've interpreted that in a way that's not working for me. And I'm open to the possibility that there's a different way. And even though I do need to try and answer every single question, perhaps my speed is getting in the way. But I choose to accept myself and any feelings that I have about this as I open myself up to the possibility of an alternative. I've been told to make the best use of the time I have available. I've interpreted that to mean I need to work fast. But when I work fast, I tend to miss things. I might miss words in the question. I might miss silly mistakes that I make. And it's possible then that working fast is not helpful. I'm not aiming for the top grade on the paper. So while it might be helpful to answer every single question, it might be more helpful to make sure I'm getting the easy bits right. Because working fast is causing silly mistakes. Because if I'm not going for the grade 5 or the grade 9, I'm not going to be able to answer every single question anyway. So perhaps it's more important that I slow down on the parts that are easy. Because when I rush on the parts that are easy for me, I sometimes make silly mistakes. I'm so focused on going fast that I might miss information in the question, that I might miss writing down a number correctly, that I miss a key word or phrase. I forget my spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And so it's possible that working fast is not actually working for me. even if I am aiming for the top grades in the paper. There's time for me to slow down. My grade doesn't come from how fast I finish. It comes from how many marks I achieve. So it's pretty pointless to go fast and miss marks. Even if I'm going for the top grades in the paper, there is time allocated for me to check my work. Perhaps that means there's time I can slow down. I could read the question one more time. I could use my fingers to help work out an answer. I could write down my thinking. I can reread that sentence. By slowing down, I might actually get more marks. Maybe actually that's a better use of the time that I have available. Because my final grade will come from the number of marks I've achieved, not from how fast I've completed the paper. So I allow myself to slow down, to recognize that speed is not always my friend. Accuracy is far more important. That spending 10 minutes on a 5-mark question might not be the way to go. Because there's plenty of time. I allow myself to slow down and retain accuracy. Take a deep breath and let some of it go. Hopefully that has reduced the stress that you are feeling in your body and any feeling of need to go fast. And hopefully you can understand what I was saying there, that actually it could be counterintuitive. As a maths teacher, I obviously tend to bring my maths understanding to what I am saying as I tap, and those are the students that I work with. However, this idea is probably going to support you in all of your GCSE exams or A-level exams. It could be any exam that you're doing. It could even be some grown-up exam that you are doing. Speed is not your friend. Accuracy is. If you need to tap again, feel free to do so. If you need to adjust the words for yourself, feel free to do so. If you have any questions, contact me on one of my social media links below. If you are struggling with anything that came up in that, there is a video for sneaking away in order to put away any discomfort that you may still be feeling. You said if you have any questions, I was going to say one more thing and I've forgotten it. If you need any exam tips, come and check me out on social media because I have 7 exam tips that are nothing to do with your subject knowledge and everything to do with how you approach the exam in order to support your success. Until next time.